Alright guys, so today we're going to be going and writing expressions in exponential form to radical form. Yesterday we did the opposite. We went from radical form to exponential form. So the first thing we want to do is kind of refresh y'all's memory. When we see x to the 1/2, what is that? Well, you guys already know that's the square root of x. We know we have an index of 2 there. We don't have to write it. Same thing going for x to the 1/3. It's going to be the cube root of x. Okay, very cool. So this is just a little bit of a refresher there. Let's go ahead and take it one step further. What if we were going to be talking about 2x to the 1/2? Well, this 1/2 we know is just the operation of what's inside the parentheses, this being the square root of what's inside, which would be 2x. Okay. Same thing if we had said 5x to the 1/3 power would be the cube root of what's inside the parentheses, being 5x. Alright, so let's take it even one step further and let's talk about 2x, and we're going to raise this to the power of 3/2. Now this is very, very similar to what we discussed on Tuesday of this week. Okay, so we're going to split this up and we're going to say that this is 2x to the power of, and as we remember this, we want to split this up into two different multiples. So we're going to say this is 1/2 times 3. And this is the same thing as 3/2 because 1 times 3 is 3, divided by 2 is 3/2. And we're going to use that power rule to split these up. And what happens is we're going to have 2x to the power of 1/2. And we're going to split that and raise it to the power of 3. This is just the opposite of that power rule that we've discussed in the past, that power rule being m to the power of n to q is the same thing as m n times q, and vice versa. Okay? So when we have this here, well, we can identify this being as raising it to the 1/2 is the same thing as a square root. So we could say we have the square root of 2x, and we're going to raise that whole thing to the 3rd power. And so we went from exponential to radical form. Okay? Let's do another one. And let's do 5x, and we're going to raise this to the power of 4/3. Okay? So we know that this is 5x to the 1/3 times 4. Again, this is just multiplied will give you 4/3. 1 times 4 is 4, divided by 3 is 4/3. Okay, so we can then incorporate our power rule, and we'll say 5x to the 1/3 to the 4th power. Well, 1/3 is the same thing as the cube root of 5x, and we're going to raise that to the 4th, and you're done. Okay? Let's do another one together, and let's do 3x to the power of 8/5. Okay, this is a little different. We haven't seen any 5th roots, but that's kind of your hint there. We're going to follow the exact same steps. We're going to say 3x, and we're looking at the two multiples here, it being 1/5 times 8. Okay, we can prove that. We can say 1/5 times 8/1. 1 times 8 is 8, divided by 5 times 1 is 5. Same thing. Okay, cool. If you guys haven't already caught on, and I didn't want to give you all the hints there, but we always start off with the fraction first, because the fraction will give us our root value, and then we can raise it to this whole number. Okay? So what this is going to look like is we're going to say 3x to the 1/5 and we will raise all that to the 8th power. Well, raising something to the 1/5. Okay, we haven't discussed this yet, but let's say we had x to the 1/5. That follows the same rules as the 1/2, the 1/3 power. This would just be the 5th root of x. Just like when we saw the 1/2 was the square root of x, and x to the 1/3 was the cube root of x. All follows the same rules. Okay? So when we do this part here, we're going to say 3x, and that's going to be to the 5th root, and we multiply all this by 8. And we're done with that problem. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more with you all today. And let's do 4x to the power of 9 over 4. Okay, we have 4x to the power of 9 over 4. We can split that up as being 4x to the power of 1/4 times 9. You guys already know that's going to be 4x to the 1/4 power. We apply our power rule to raise it to the 9th. So if we're raising it to the 1/4 power, that would be x to the 1/4. This is equivalent to the 4th root. So we'll say 4x to the 4th root to the power of 9. Cool. So just to kind of elaborate on what's happening today, guys, we're just going from exponential to radical form. Yesterday we went from radical form to exponential. Really the purpose of this entire week was just to get you more comfortable with using fractions as exponents. It's something we did not get to do a lot in Algebra 2 this year, but it is something you will see a lot in pre-cal and way more in calculus. So this is really, really good practice. I can promise you this, you will be given problems to where they give it to you in radical form, and the only way to do the operators is to switch it to exponential form. So again, hopefully this video helps with your lesson. You do have an assignment that's going to be assignment 4.9.20, exponential to radical form. You can find that under your assignments tab. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me on my office hours, and I look forward to talking to you all soon. You all have a good one.